understand what to say, how to stay. I built a perfect cage of plans and time, and called it live and called it mine. Then the blueprint cracked and bent in my hands. The measurements lied, the walls didn't understand. I put the tools down on a quiet Tuesday night and heard the silence roar for the first time. The scaffold fell, the structure disappeared, and what was always there finally appeared. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Everything I used to hold is gone. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Now the silence sings inside my bones. I keep waiting for the walls to rise again, but this empty space is calling louder than the man I used to be. I still look around for orders, for a plan, for someone to tell me where I stand. But the morning comes without a master, and these empty hands are learning how to last. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Everything I used to hold is gone. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Now the silence sings inside my bones. I keep waiting for the walls to rise again, but this empty space is calling louder than the man I used to be. I was scared of open ground, so I filled it before it could breathe. Now the ground is speaking loud, and I'm finally listening. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Everything I used to hold is gone. Unbuilt, unbuilt. Now the silence sings inside my bones. I'm not waiting for the walls to rise again. Your soft hands open. This empty space is louder, and it feels like coming home. Unbuilt, 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 unbuilt. I've been carrying these words for 7 days, turning them like stones inside my coat. They're sharp, they're ready, lined up at my teeth, but every hour I find a different reason not to speak. The table between us feels heavier than wood. I lay my hands flat and feel the silence move. Your breathing is steady, mine is getting loud. I'm counting every heartbeat like it's counting down. The air is thick with all the things I never say, and I can feel the moment starting to break. The crack is already there. I see it tearing through the room, spreading wall to wall, inch by inch without a sound. I keep my past the salt without lifting your eyes. I said thank you like we were talking about the weather. We've been speaking in the language of the careful. Two people walking on the same thinning ice. My fingers curl around the edge of the truth. I'm tired of swallowing the words that burn. One look from you could make me bury them again. But something in me finally wants to learn how it feels to let the silence finally shatter. I'm standing on the edge and I can hear it call. The crack is getting wider,
getting wider.
the crack is moving under us, spreading wall to wall,
wall to wall,
inch by inch without a sound.
without a sound.
The words are burning in my chest, and this time
I won't wait, won't wait.
I almost said it when the lights went low, when the room got small enough to hold the truth. But your face was turned toward the window, and some things die if they're spoken to a back. The crack is already here, running right between the two of us.
Between us,
No more pretending, no more lies. I can't keep my voice below the line. These words are breaking through the walls I built,
walls I built.
'cause the crack doesn't wait. And I think it's time,
It's time,
it's time.
it's time.
The crack is here. The words are finally free. I know the way you hold your breath. I know the shelf where you hide your doubts.
I've memorized the silence between your words.
We've worn these four walls paper thin.
You know the hour I start to drift.
You know the look I wear before I speak.
You know the face I show the crowded streets.
We've worn each other smooth as river stone.
Same skin, same scars, same silences, same walls.
Two people reading the same book
From opposite sides of the room. Same skin, same light.
every word already born before we speak.
Same skin, same night.
The kind of knowing that cuts to the bone and still we stay. Still we stay. I finish your sentences Sometimes I miss the stranger you were,
when your edges still surprise me,
when I could still be caught off guard before every silence had a name.
we wear the same skin, same light, every secret breathing underneath our names. We wear the same night, same fight, the kind of knowing that cuts to the bone.
We break and we bend, we bleed and we mend, but here we remain.
I left the phone face down on the counter, while its screen still glowing like a dying star. I walked out before the notifications pulled me under, while street lights hummed. The night was wide and calm.
The air doesn't ask who I'm supposed to be.
The pavement yields beneath my shoes.
I move like water, finding its way.
Quiet, steady, no longer split in two. No longer split, oh hey, oh hey, oh hey, hey, oh 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 hey, oh. No, 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 no weather in my head tonight. No, 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 the road just opened, the sky turned white. No, 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 the city breathing soft and cold and bright. No, 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 the earth holds me like the tide, and wherever this road goes, that's where I go. I passed the bar where my old regrets still linger. Same scratched table, same whiskey-colored light, but my footsteps never slowed, never stuttered. I kept moving deeper into the unfinished night.
Somewhere past the flickering 3rd Street light, the city noise slipped silent off my back. I watched a stranger's cab disappear,
And smiled as I let the last water fade to black. No weather in my chest tonight. No, 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 the hours dissolve, the walk feels right, and wherever this road goes, that's where I go. I go.
I used to map out every coming minute.
Fill every quiet space before it spoke.
Now I step into the dark with open fingers
And find the silence wider than my need to stay in control. No, 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 where I go. I go. I go. No weather, only this breath, only this step, only this night. The road and I move together now, slowly, completely, somehow. I go. I go. I go.
I've been sitting in the same meeting room, the same agenda, the same result. The words go round but nothing moves. I smile and nod and lose the thread. I drafted something I never sent. I know which doors stay locked by design. I watch the right thing get ignored and sign my name to stay the same. The jaw tight, the breath short, the hands flat on the table. Clean cut, everything I haven't said. Raw signal, won't stop, running through my chest instead. I keep it contained, jaw tight, hands still, but the current is louder than the room can hold. I move sideways. The forms go in, the answers don't come back. I've sat across from men who use big words for doing nothing, and I learned the knack. Raw signal, clean cut, everything I haven't said. Raw signal, won't stop, running through my chest instead. The current is louder than the room can hold. The weight of showing up, when showing up means nothing. The weight of keeping quiet, when the quiet cost you something. The talking drum says what I can. Raw signal, clean cut, everything I haven't said. Raw signal, won't stop, running through my chest instead. I keep it contained, jaw tight, hands still, but the current is louder than the room can hold.
beside the door at midnight. The city exhales when nobody's watching. The streets I thought I knew by heart in daylight change their shape when the last light stops talking.
The dark has its own grammar, its own slow and honest tongue. I've been learning how to walk inside it without turning on the sun. Learning the dark, the way it opens up the street. Learning the dark, the city breathing underneath. These are my hours. This is my quiet map. The first time I can see the world when everything else goes to sleep. The bakery breathes warm bread into the cold. The night guard talks to shadows only he can see. I've learned the quiet language of the late ones, the ones who move like they were born to be free. Learning the dark, the way it opens up the street. Learning the dark, the city breathing underneath. These are my hours. This is my quiet map. The first time I feel the world without hiding who I am.
I found a square the daylight never showed me, the fountain singing softly to itself. I sat on the stone and let the darkness hold me, and understood that dark is just the world without the noise.
I know the city now by what it hides, and I'm not the one who flinches anymore. Learning the dark, the way it opens up the street. Learning the dark, the city breathing underneath. These are my hours. This is my quiet map. I'm no longer scared to see the world when everything else goes to sleep.
Learning the dark, learning the dark, learning the dark. I'm no longer scared. Learning the dark. Learning the dark. You were familiar before I had the words for it. The way you tilt your coffee, the pause between your thoughts. The years between us folded thin as paper, and your laugh arrived a second before your face. This room takes everything we say and keeps it gently like it understands. No sharp edges, no
prepared to be polite and careful, to keep the distance like a quiet debt. But you laughed at something only we would catch, and all the careful years began to forget.
We talked until the clocks gave up their duty, filling in the missing pages of our lives. And somewhere in the middle of your story, I heard the version of me I thought had died. A room without echo, where the words fall soft and stay. A room without echo, where silence finally makes space. Your voice finds mine, mine finds yours. And for the first time in years, we remember what belonging sounds like. Fall soft and stay. A room without echo, where silence finally makes space. Your voice finds mine, mine finds yours. And right here, right now, we remember what belonging sounds like. The hollow they left, the light that lingered in these walls has drifted 1 inch toward the door. I watched it shift the way fog forgets itself, so gradual you miss the exact breath it vanished. The book still open to the same page, the coat still draped like a question unanswered. The way a candle eats itself down to the final trembling inch of wax. Bone deep, bone still, the gentlest kind of ending, soft as real, a clings to its shape. Bone deep, bone still, the gentlest kind of ending, soft as real, the silence we became. I held you like borrowed light, the way you feel a season turning before the first leaf ever lets go. Bone deep, bone still, the gentlest kind of ending, soft as real, the silence we became. I woke up dancing in a pool of gold. The shadows finally learned to let me go. Windows open, heart wide as the sky. Today the world feels brand new and mine. No more borrowing colors from the night. I'm painting every hour in soft sunrise. Stepping lighter, breathing deeper now. Laughing with the wind like I know how. This light inside me was waiting quiet and true. I cracked the door open and felt it shine through. My own morning light, my own morning glow. I'm stepping into brightness. I've started to know my own gentle fire beginning to grow. I carry my own sunshine wherever I go. learned the secret was inside me all along. If I could tell my yesterday self one thing, I'd say, darling, you were always the song. My own more.